Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool. So we are with one more session on metals and non-metals. So in the last session, we discussed the very important aspect, that is electronic configuration, which is a very much essential topic to understand the concepts of chemistry in the future. Okay, fine. And today, with the help of electronic configuration that we have learned, we will work for learning how metals can react with non-metals. Okay, so the today's session is all about the reaction between a metal and a non-metal. Okay, reaction between a metal and a non-metal. Okay, so how does a metal can react with a non-metal? Very simple. Remember one particular logic: metals always loses electrons. Metals always loses electron, and non-metals always gains electrons. Gains. Okay, so these guys will lose electron and these guys will take those electrons, and that's how a bond or attraction is formed between metal and a non-metal. Okay, and ultimately giving a new chemical substances called ionic compounds. Okay, whenever a metal combines with a non-metal, remember, when this combination is observed between a chemical process, you will observe the new substance that is formed is called as ionic compound. Okay, ionic compound. This is a very important aspect, and this is what we are learning in a today's session with lots and lots of examples. Okay, so before we go for the formation of ionic compound, let us learn one more basic aspect, that is how to write a dot structure. Writing a dot structure for atoms or element. Okay, this will be a great help if you learn how to write a dot structure to learn this particular reaction. Okay, so this is what you must know compulsorily to learn the reaction between metal and non-metal. Okay, so dot structure is very simple. For that you must know the elements electronic configuration compulsorily. Okay, so say for example, dot structure of sodium. Okay, we have to write a dot structure of sodium. Listen carefully, sodium, isn't it? So put its symbol. What is the symbol of sodium? Na. And try to figure out how many valence electrons are there in sodium. So what do you mean by valence electrons? It is the number of electrons present in the last shell. Okay, how do you come to know that? By writing the electronic configuration. Okay, so valence electrons is nothing but the number of electrons present in the last shell. Okay, how do you come to know that? By writing an electronic configuration. So to write the dot structure of sodium, you must know writing electronic configuration for sodium. So how do we write electronic configuration for sodium? EC in the sense electronic configuration. So electronic configuration of sodium is 1s2, after 1s2, 2s2 completely filled, and 2p6. Yes or no? After 2s, 2p will come. You have to remember the trick which I told you in the previous class. Okay, and now atomic number for sodium is 11. That means 11 electrons you have to show. How many electrons are over? 6 plus 2, 8. 8 plus 2, 10. One more electron is there. 2p is completely filled. After 2p, who will come? 3s will come. 1 is there. So which is the last shell? 3 is the last shell. Yes or no? First shell, second shell, last shell in this element is third shell. So in the third shell, how many electrons are there? 1 electron is there. Okay, in another way, you can also write the electronic configuration for sodium as 2, 6 plus 2, comma 8 and 1. Yes, this is a simple way of writing. You can use this also as the electronic configuration. So how many electrons are there in the last shell? 1. So that 1 electron you have to indicate as a dot. Okay, you can put this dot here, here, here or here, wherever you want. Okay, so now this will be a dot structure for sodium. Okay, dot structure is very simple. Elements symbol you have to write, and then you have to count the electrons present in the last shell. So how many electrons are there? That many dots you are putting around the symbol. That is called dot structure of an element. Okay, fine. And now let us learn writing dot structures for some more elements. Okay, dot structure for fluorine, dot structure for chlorine, dot structure of Mg, yes, dot structure of oxygen. Yes, can you all try writing the dot structure for these elements? So how do we write? Dot structure of F, that is fluorine. So symbol F. So now you must know how many valence electrons are there in fluorine. Okay, for that you have to write the electronic configuration. So what is the atomic number of fluorine? 9. So what is the electronic configuration of fluorine? 9 electrons you have to fill, right? Follow the trick. 1s, first is 1s, its capacity 2 electrons. Next 2s orbital, 2p, 6. After that who will come? Say how many electrons we have finished? 6 plus 2, 8, 9, 10. That means atomic number is 9. 9 electrons only you have to show. That means here you will get 5. Yes or no? 2p5. So 5 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 2, 9. So its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. Okay. So last shell is this 2s2, 2p5. Last shell is second shell. So in the second shell, how many electrons are there? 5 plus 2, 7 electrons are there. You should not only count 5. Okay. You see this S subshell is also present in the second shell only. P subshell is also present in the second shell only. Okay, whatever may be the subshell, how many number may be the subshell. Okay, main shell, how many electrons are there, that you have to take it as a count. Okay, so which is the main shell? Main last shell which is there? Second shell. Okay, in the second shell you have 2 subshells. So both the subshells electron you have to take it as a count. Okay, so how many electrons are there here? 5 plus 2, 7. So you are putting 7 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Take 2 electrons as a pair and keep putting the dots. Okay. Don't arrange however you want. 2 electrons as a pair you take and nicely you have to represent. Okay. Fine. And coming to the chlorine, atomic number 17. So what is its electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. How many are over, guys? 6 plus 2, 8, 9, 10. Yes or no? Still 7 more electrons you have to show. After 2p, who will come? 3s will come. After 3s, who will come? You have to follow the trick. The trick you should remember. After 3s, 3p orbital will come. 3p orbital can have how many electrons? 6 electrons. How many you want for chlorine? How many remaining for chlorine? 5 is remaining. Right? So now you count, it matches with the atomic number. 5 plus 2, 7, right? Plus 6 plus 2 plus 2, that is 17. Okay? So last shell is third shell. Okay? So how many electrons altogether is there in third shell? 5 plus 2, 7. So put the symbol, 7 dots you have to mention. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So this is the dot structure of chlorine. Now dot structure of Mg. So similarly, atomic number 12, EC, write EC for Mg. Electronic configuration for 11 electrons, for 12 electrons, how do you show? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. How many are over, guys? 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 2, 10. That means you have to show 2 more electrons. So 2 more here space is not there. So next orbital is what? 3s. 3s will take up 2 electrons. So which is the last shell? Third shell. Yes or no? How many electrons are there? 2 electrons. So you are putting Mg above that 2 dots, indicating 2 valence electrons. Okay. And similar way, what is the dot structure for oxygen? Oxygen atomic number 8. What is electronic configuration of oxygen here? 1s2, 2s2, right? How many are over? 4 is over. Next 2p orbital will have 4 electrons. Okay. So in the outermost shell, that is second shell, how many electrons are there? 4 plus 2, 6. So you are putting 6 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Always when you have more electrons, no, 2 electrons together, show it as a pair, and nicely you have to arrange around the symbol. Okay. So this is the way of writing dot structure. So if you are feeling to write electronic configuration like this, you can write it in a normal way that you have studied in class 9. Okay. So how do you write here? 2, 8, 5 plus 2, that is 7. This is how you will write, no, without mentioning 1s, 2s, 2p. Shell wise you will write, no. This can also work out. Not an issue for your 10th standard level. But as you study chemistry in a higher level, definitely you should learn writing electronic configuration of this way. Okay. So better if you can learn this way of writing. It will be a practice for you. Okay. In case if you are feeling this difficult, you can write like this also. Not an issue. Okay. Fine. And now, keeping this dot structures in our mind, let us learn how metal can react with a non-metal to form an ionic compound. Okay. Let us learn the formation of NaCl. Okay, that is sodium chloride. They ask you like this in the examination. Explain the formation of sodium chloride by electron transfer method. By which method? Electron transfer method. Okay, so this is how questions can be asked, and it is one of the important type of question. Okay, I have put 3 stars. That means it's very, very, very important. Okay, fine. So how to do small workout? In 3 steps you have to show your answer. In the step number 1, step 1. Okay, metal loses electrons. Step 1, what happens? Metal loses electrons. Okay. So I already told you, always metals have a ability to lose electrons. Non-metal has a ability to gain the electron. Okay. Fine. And who is a metal and who is a non-metal in NaCl? Sodium is a metal, Cl is a non-metal. Okay. So always first written element in a formula is a metal. Last written element in a formula is non-metal. Remember this. Okay. First element in a formula is metal. Last element in a formula is non-metal. Okay. So now who will lose the electrons? Sodium will lose the electrons. Okay. So sodium. Okay. Write its formula, sodium. Below sodium, write its electronic configuration. What is the electronic configuration of sodium? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. Yes or no? And if you are getting confused, like you can follow your normal method. 2, 8, 1. Yes or no? So this is the electronic configuration of sodium, atomic number 11. And now this sodium loses how many electrons? 1 electron it will lose. Okay, how many electrons it will lose? 1 electron it will lose. Okay, so after losing 1 electron, this sodium will get converted into Na plus ion. Okay, so Na plus means the sodium has lost 1 electron. Okay, after losing 1 electron, this sodium has converted into Na plus ion. Okay, this is called sodium ion. What do you call it as? Sodium ion. Okay, there is a difference between Na and Na plus. Na's configuration, electronic configuration is how much? 2, 8, 1 or 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. But Na plus electronic configuration is how much? Remove one electron from here. Which electron you will remove? Last shell electron only you will remove. Okay. Always metals loses electrons which are present in the last shell. If you remove this electron, tell me what is the electronic configuration you will get? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, or you can also write 2, 8. Okay, so this is how the element loses electron. Okay, now tell me why it is losing only one electron? Why not it is losing 2 electrons or 3 electrons? See, it's having 11 electrons, isn't it? So among the 11 electrons, it is losing only 1 electron. So what is the reason behind this? Why actually sodium is losing the electron here? Okay, why it is having ability to lose the electrons, all metals? It is because if it loses the electrons, it can gain stability, okay, between sodium and Na plus. Na plus is more stable. Remember guys, Na plus is more stable. To gain the stability, the element will always loses or gains electrons. Okay, so Na plus electronic configuration, how much you wrote? 2, 8. Yes or no? And this is nothing but the electronic configuration of neon. Yes or no? What is neon? Neon is a noble gas. Neon is a noble gas. And remember one thing, in our chemistry, all noble gases, that means elements which are present in the 18th group, are called noble gases. All noble gases are highly stable. They are very much happy. Okay, they have how many electrons they should have. So they don't have more electrons, they don't have less electrons also. How much ever electrons they want, that much is there. So when they are very much happy, this happiness only in chemistry language we will call it as stability. Okay, so when some element is happy or stable, you know, it will not participate in a chemical reaction. Okay, so why the elements participate in chemical reaction is because to achieve that happiness. Okay, see, sodium, it is not happy because you see the electronic configuration 2, 8, 1. Okay, it is not stable electronic configuration. So which is a stable electronic configuration? The nearest noble gas for sodium is neon. Okay, so if that sodium can have this electronic configuration, then it becomes stable. Okay, so how this can gain this electronic configuration? By losing one electron? No. Yes or no? If one electron is lost, you know, 2, 8 will be the electronic configuration. Then it becomes exactly similar to the neon. Then it is said that sodium has now become happy. Okay, previously sodium is not happy, but by losing one of its electron, it is achieving stability. It is going into a happier condition. Okay, happier condition for elements means what? Having a stable electronic configuration. Having a stable electronic configuration means what? Having the electronic configuration which is similar to the nearest noble gas. Okay, for sodium, nearest noble gas is neon. Neon's electronic configuration is this much. Okay, so that much electronic configuration, when does the sodium will gain? By losing its electron. Okay, so after it loses one electron, you know, that sodium gets converted into Na plus, and you know, this Na plus is more stable. So just to lose the electron, sodium always participates in a chemical reaction. So wherever sodium involves in a chemical reaction, always this sodium loses one electron. Okay, because by losing one electron, it is gaining stability. That means it is gaining electronic configuration which is almost similar to its nearest noble gas, that is neon. Okay, so this is a very important concept. You know why the metals lose electron, non-metal gains electron. It is all because to achieve that noble gas electronic configuration. Okay, if it achieves, they will become happier. Okay, so because of that, always, you know, metals lose. Again, how many electrons it has to lose depends on its nearest noble gas. Okay, its nearest noble gas is neon. Electronic configuration this much. So this guy, how many electrons it should lose to achieve this electronic configuration? One electron. That is why it is losing one electron. Okay, fine. So in the step number 1, I have shown you the metal losing electron, that is sodium loses one electron. This is how you have to write, guys. Sodium giving one electron. Once it gives one electron, you know, that will become Na plus. Plus means what? Losing electron. 1 plus I have written means it will lose one electron. That is the meaning. Okay, fine. Now step number 2. Step 2. So, which is a non-metal here? Cl. Okay, non-metal always gains electron. So, in step number 2, what will happen? Non-metal gains electron. Gains. That means takes electron. Okay, so who is a non-metal? Cl. Put Cl symbol. Write its electronic configuration. Atomic number 17, no? Electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. Okay, so when you practice only, you can able to write this kind of electronic configuration easily. Okay, or you can also write in a simple way. How do you write? 2, 8, how much? 7. Yes or no? So this is also another way of writing, simple way. Fine. And now Cl. So which is the nearest noble gas located near Cl? It is argon. Okay. For Cl, nearest noble gas is argon, that is atomic number 18. And what is its electronic configuration? Simple one I will write. 2, 8, 8. Okay, so chlorine, when does it become happier? When it can have electronic configuration exactly similar to argon. Yes or no? So how does it can achieve electronic configuration similar to argon? How many electrons are less compared to argon? Just one electron. Okay, so always Cl gains how many electrons? One electron during chemical reaction. Okay, Cl, non-metal always gains electron. How many electrons? How do you decide that? You have to decide by checking nearest noble gases electronic configuration. Okay, so what is the difference between Cl's electronic configuration and nearest noble gas electronic configuration? Just one electron is less in Cl. So that is the reason it will always gain one electron. Okay, so how many electrons it gains? One. Gaining, taking means gaining. One electron you are adding. That means in the left side you have to write +1. Okay, whenever some element is losing electron, you know, right side you have to indicate. Whenever element is gaining, that electrons you have to indicate in left side, reactant side. Okay, so after gaining one electron, our Cl is becoming Cl minus. Okay, gaining of electrons is indicated with the sign minus. Okay, so this is now called chloride ion. What do you call it as? Chloride. Chloride ion. What is its electronic configuration now? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. After gaining one electron, it will become 3p6. Or 2, 8, 8. Yes or no? So which is similar to argon. So Cl stays happily in the form of Cl minus. Okay, because in the form of Cl minus, its electronic configuration is exactly matching to argon. Okay, so this is how actually elements loses electrons and gains electron. It is just to achieve the stable electronic configuration, which is similar to their nearest noble gas. Okay, fine. So this is step number 1. I have shown you how sodium is losing electron, and this is step number 2. I have shown you how Cl is gaining electron. Okay, now step number 3. Formation of NaCl. Formation of NaCl. Okay, what is happening? Na plus combines with Cl minus, and you will get NaCl. You will get NaCl. Okay, this can be shown in another way also. What is the dot structure of Na? Na, one dot you will put above. Yes or no? And what is the dot structure of Cl? How many dots you will put? How many valence electrons are there in Cl? How many valence electrons are there? 7, no? So 7 dots you will put. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? And what you have to show is, who is giving electron? Sodium is giving electron. To whom? Cl. So arrow mark from sodium's electrons to like this, arrow mark. It indicates that the electron of sodium is moving to Cl. Okay, so what is formed here? Na. It has lost electron, no, so Na plus. This guy has gained electron, no, so Cl minus. Okay, so this is another way of showing step number 3. Okay, both the ways you have to mention. If not this is compulsorily to mention. Okay, this step can separately be asked in the examination. Okay, clear everyone? So like this, 3 steps you have to show. This can be asked for 3 marks. In the first step, you have to show the formation of Na plus ion, that is losing of electron. Next step, gaining of electron you show. Last step, how both ions, this positive ion, this negative ion combines and you get a compound NaCl. Okay, so this way of showing for the formation is also very important, and it can be better understood when you see the visual. So in the next slide, we have a visual on the formation of NaCl. Visual on the formation of NaCl by electron transfer. Okay, and you will have a sodium atom. This is a sodium atom, guys. Okay, see electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1, right? See sodium nucleus, and this is a first shell, this is second shell, and this is third shell. Third shell you have 1 electron, observe this. And this is your chlorine atom, first shell 2 electrons, second shell, and the third shell, okay, you have 5 electrons. Okay, 5 plus 2, that is 7 electrons you have. Okay, sodium atom, sodium's electronic configuration, first shell, second shell and third shell. Chlorine atom, chlorine's electronic configuration, first shell, okay, second shell and third shell. And now let us observe how electron is transferring from sodium to chlorine. Okay, observe guys, electron is transferring, see electron is transferring from sodium to chlorine. So after the transfer, what you can observe is sodium plus ion has formed here, because sodium has lost 1 electron, no, so sodium plus ion has formed. Okay, and our Cl is becoming Cl minus ion. See here, see this orange color electron is from sodium. Sodium lost electron, no, so Na plus. Cl gained electron, no, so Cl minus. Okay, so this is a positive ion, this is a negative ion, so both of them will combine to form NaCl. Okay, so when these ions are coming near and near, electrostatic force of attraction is formed in between them, so NaCl is formed. Okay, so this is how sodium is losing electron to become Na plus, Cl is gaining one electron to become Cl minus. Both of them are later combining to form NaCl. And now let us see the visual once again. Observe carefully. Sodium, chlorine, then electron is transferring. Okay, see the transfer, how is it taking place? And Na plus will form and Cl minus also will get formed. NaCl is formed. Thank you everyone. If you like our video, please like it, share it and subscribe our channel for more updates, and keep watching our videos to learn the concepts in an easier way.